I made it. Wow. This has been a crazy morning. Um, there's a 24-hour stamp sale. I'll be telling you that here about that in a little bit. So I was getting a bunch of stuff together so I could show you the stamp sets are on sale. I can't show you all of the stamp sets up close. I don't own them all for one thing, but just about every stamp set in the annual catalog is going to be on sale on Thursday. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I've been getting ready for that, getting my newsletter out and running a little behind, but I think I got it all done on time. I was getting a little worried. So I've got a couple people on Facebook. Let me see, get my chat up for YouTube. See, we've got some people on there. Get this turned so I can read it better. Okay, so I'm glad you're here. I thought we'd make some Christmas cards. I've been doing a lot of fall and Halloween, and it's been a couple weeks since I've been here. Sorry I couldn't be here last week. And I do have bad news. I'm not going to be able to go live again next week. I've got my annual Christmas Stamp-A-Stack here at my house, and that involves a ton of cutting cards. So I thought I better not try to squeeze in the live next week either. So the next live will be September 27th, but we should be able to stay on schedule after that, as long as I don't get sick again. I'm doing much better. It wasn't that big a deal, but it was enough that it slowed me down and wouldn't have been much help to you at all. Oh, hi, Lou. Glad you're here. Good afternoon. So while people are coming on, because it always takes a little while for everybody to find out that we've got live going on, I'm going to start doing some of the door prizes. I do want to show there's one person that I haven't heard from on the cards from the last, well, I guess 2 lives ago. There were these here. Let's see if I can get them in the screen. Carol Mosley, if you're watching, or Carmel Mosley, if you're watching, make sure you click that contact me link if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Facebook, you can message me there in my Facebook group and give me your mailing address, and I'll get these cards mailed out to you. So I never did hear from you. I'll give you one more week to get to let me know if you want those cards or not. And it's hard to believe. Let me go ahead and you'll be able to see this a little better. Oh, hi, Carrie. Oh, did you get that set yesterday? I really like it a lot. Okay. Oh, hi, Kathleen. Glad you're back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Let me make sure I've got Facebook people here. There was one time, if any of you are watching on Facebook, if you could just say hi. Oh, there we go. Good, it's working. Oh, hi, Karen. Glad you're here and watching from Iowa. Oh, good. Welcome. I'm glad hope you enjoy the video. It's your first time. I'm glad you commented, because sometimes it was the 2 or 3 lives ago, none of the comments from Facebook showed up. Don't ask me why. Facebook likes to have problems sometimes. So it looks like everything's working, so that's good. So everybody that has commented so far and anybody else that comments during the live will get put in the drawing for a little embellishment. Let me show you what they are. I can kind of show you better in this screen. It kind of gives it too bright when you use the other one. But I've been trying to give these away. I've had a few people. The trick with knowing if you won or not, make sure you come back to my Facebook page or my communities tab if you're watching on YouTube on my Create with Christy YouTube channel. Click on communities. Then I always give the winner of this about half an hour to 45 minutes after the live is over, because I wait till the live's over, get everybody's names in my wheel, click the wheel, and find out who won. So if you want to get this, they are they're retired. They're the Gingham Gala adhesive backed sequins. There's some that are flower shaped and some are that are regular sequins, and they do have the adhesive on the back. So if you'd like to get put in that drawing, just comment. And I'd love to just put everybody that's watching the video in the drawing, but I can't do that because YouTube and Facebook don't let me know who all's watching. It'd be actually probably impossible if there are a ton of people watching at once anyway. So if you comment and you live in the United States, I'll know that I will put you in this drawing, and then I will announce the winner, like I said, in about 45 minutes after the live's over. Okay, so that's that. Now we are going to do one. What I do, I also do another door prize for everybody who watches the recording, because some people are at work and can't watch live. So I want to give them a chance to get a door prize too. And those of you that are watching right now, hi, Donna. You will also get put in this drawing too, unless you win the embellishments. You can only win 1 door prize per live video. So let me go ahead and switch here. These were the cards that I made in my live last, 2 weeks ago. I keep on saying last Tuesday, but 2 weeks ago. So we're going to go ahead and do that drawing real quick. And those of you that watched before, it's going to look strange for just a second, but let me get going here. And full screen. There's my fancy wheel I found free on the internet. But I have entered everybody's names that commented during the live and during the recording over the last 2 weeks in the drawing for these 2 cards. So let's go ahead and click on this. Let's see who wins the cards. And per Stampin' Up rules, all my door prizes are only for those of you that live in the United States. So it does help me out if you put hi from if you live in the United States. Mary Alice, I think you've won before. I might have your address, but just to be on the safe side, you might want to message me if you're watching on Facebook. I think that's how you usually watch. Or you can click the contact me link and give me your mailing address. But I'm pretty sure I have that, so I'll get those mailed out to you. Okay, let me get this back down. Takes a few little steps here. Let's go back here. And we're back. Well, let's go to me. We're done with the cards. But let me show you the card. Those are, Mary Alice is the one that won these cards. So if you come back every week, you get put in a drawing. And if you watch the recording for my cards. Okay, now my chat has disappeared again. Every time I switch my screen, I have to pull the YouTube back up. Let's see, Lou's here, Kathleen's here, Carrie, Colleen. Hi, Colleen. From Ohio. Glad you're here. Oh, Judy. Hi, Judy. Thanks for coming back. Christine. I've got some new ones. Oh, hi, Vivian. That's somebody I know personally. And Lou Watts. Glad you guys are. I always said hi to Lou, but I'm glad you guys are all here. Okay, I'm going to put these cards out of the way. Let's see. What do we want to do first? Oh, I do want to tell you. I kind of told you about it right at the very beginning. We are having another 24-hour stamp sale. Literally, I just saw this yesterday. They have a little calendar for us, but they finally announced it today and gave us the list of all the stamp sets that are on sale. I haven't been able to check for sure, but just about every single stamp set in the annual catalog is going to be 15% off on Thursday. So it starts at 12 a.m. Mountain Time and ends at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. So all this is Thursday, September 15th. And if you look down in the video description on Facebook and on YouTube, there will be a link to a PDF that gives you a list of all the stamp sets on sale, so you can go through them before Thursday and get figured out what you want to order. And don't forget to use my thank you gifts host code. When you use that, you get at least one of my thank you gifts, and hopefully you can see what those look like. But if not, there is a link down below in the video description on my thank you gifts, and you can find out how you can get those. But if your order is $150, is under $150 before shipping and tax, you have to use the host code to get the thank you gifts. If your order is $150 or more before shipping and tax, don't use that host code. You'll still get my thank you gifts, and you'll also get Stampin' Rewards from Stampin' Up. I don't want you to miss out on those, because when you use the host code, you can't get Stampin' Rewards. That's why they had that rule. Christmas paper pumpkin, yay! I know some of you like cards more. I'm not sure if these are cards. I forgot to check. I normally know. Oh, that does say card kit. There we go. I thought it was probably a card kit. But this is going to go along. I have done this last few years. That the kit is going to be going together with the November kit, so they're going to coordinate. You don't have to have both of them, but they do coordinate. And I'm hoping Facebook is still working. It looks like it's doing a little. Okay, it's back on. Good. Okay. You never know with the live how things are going to buffer. So don't forget that about the Christmas paper pumpkin. It's October 10th is when you have to subscribe to be able to get this kit. And I want to tell you about that. Make sure you don't forget about Perfect Partners promotion. That trimming tree that you see at the bottom left corner, that's the stamp set in the bundle that I'm using on today's card. So I want to be able to show you 2 Christmas cards using that. One's going to be a quick and easy one, and one's going to be a fun fold. So I'll be doing that here in just a minute. But we've got the fresh cut flowers, this birthday piggy, and Waterfall Canyon, and trimming the tree are all from the annual catalog. And by the way, I know at least 3 of them, probably all of 4 of those in the annual catalog are 15% off. It is still cheaper to get that bundle, so I want to make sure you knew about that. So still get the bundle if you want to get that. But the dies that are in the bundle are while supplies last. So you've got till either they sell out or by September 30th. And then don't forget about World Card Making Day. There's a free virtual card making event that Stampin' Up! Is doing. And I think I've got a link to that below. If not, I'll add one that you'll be able to sign up for it. And then if you purchase any of these bundles from me, or actually if you purchase any of these bundles, from now until October 1st, Stampin' Up! Will give you the iridescent rhinestones, I do believe. Either the rhinestones or the pearls, I can't remember, for free. So get one of those bundles, and if you get one of those bundles from me, I will also add a PDF tutorial for you. Okay, I think that is it. Oh my goodness, there's so much going in September. It's crazy. I forgot about the weekly deals. Tomorrow is the last day for this week's weekly deals. They start every Thursday and end the following Wednesday. So I do have a link below in the video description for the weekly deals. So click on that to see what the weekly deals are. And when we have the 24-hour sale, make sure you check out, if you get your stamp sets for 15% off, make sure you check out the new weekly deals. It'll come up that day too. Okay, now, oh yeah, and the next slide is the 27th. I told you that part. Okay, now we are going to do some cards here. Let's make sure oh good, I was afraid my screen there had quit working. That's happened before. Okay, I want to show you the Trimming the Tree stamp set. Now this is still going to be available even after this month, but you won't be able to get the dies. But it's a really neat set just on its own. But here are the dies. So you can see, oh, you've got to get the dies for them because now you don't have to fussy cut the tree out. Really nice. And there's some little bows, standalone dies that you can use on other projects. You can add little ornaments to your tree. It's just a really, really neat set. This can be a neat rug underneath your tree, a bucket. If you want the tree to be in a bucket or a basket, that would be the bucket. There's just a lot of neat things you can do with it. Now I'm going to start off with a quick and easy card. So I will be using this die here. And oh, a little star. There we go. And let's go ahead and get the one out I need. I also need this one out for the overlay card and this one out for the overlay card, a nice label. And then on the first card, I'm also using another die set. It's called Fabulous Frames. Oh, I don't have my YouTube chat up. Hold on, ladies. I am probably missing a ton of chats there. I sure am. Hi, Christine. I always said hi. Oh, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. And hi, Anita. Oh, you're from England. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so here is the Fabulous Frames. These are in the annual catalog, and I'm going to be using this frame here. And oh, I'm also using the Festive Pearls. These are also one of my thank you gifts I talked about at the beginning of the video. These are one of the thank you gifts that you can get free when you order from me using my host code. So make sure you click that thank you gifts link so you can find out how to get these. But I love the colors. There's gold, silver, soft succulent, and cherry cobbler. Okay, for the first card, let's go ahead and get some stamping done. I'm going to get this piece of basic white. This one is a 2 3/4 by 3.5 inch piece. Oh, let's get the Stampin' Up! And let's get official here. Get that Stampin' Up! Emblem up right. Okay, now I'm going to take, let's see, where'd it go? This is the, oh, I forgot to tell you what stamps in case you want to make this later. We can make this a stamp with me. You can always come back and watch the live and stamp along with me. But you're going to need, oh, isn't that a lot of dies, Karen? I love that. Love it when there are a lot of dies in a set. So we're going to be using this tree and this tree. So both of these. I'm using the Sending Christmas Cheer. May your season be merry and bright. Peace and joy and happy holidays. Oh, that's right. I'm using every single greeting on this one. And then I'm also using this one here and the star. I believe, yeah, those are all the stamps I'm using. I showed you the dies, but forgot the stamps. So I'm going to grab my soft succulent ink pad along with this. This is the tree that is more full. And we will stamp this. It's going to be close to the middle. Doesn't matter if it's not all the way in the middle because we're going to die cut it out. And I'll stamp this right here. Hold it down for a few seconds, and I am using my Stampin' Pierce mat. There we go. That way I get a nice image. So there's the soft succulent. I love the soft succulent color. I am going to miss it like crazy when it's gone. And then Evening Evergreen. I love this green too. And they go so good together. Now normally when I do two-step, I'll start with the dark color first and then do the light color. But this one, because this one is so much smaller, it actually is easier to do it the other way around. So do the bigger one. And let's see if I can get this. I'll get my microphone out of the way so I can get over here a little bit more. And I'm just trying to get it close to being in the where the openings are. If it's off a little bit, nobody's going to know the difference. But that gives you a nice little two-tone effect, like there's shadows with that. I really think that's cool. Okay, now we are going to grab, let me get this out of the way, my cherry cobbler, or I'm going to grab the cherry cobbler. And this one has little dots. It's going to make it like little ornaments that are on there. And yes, the photopolymer does get stained when you use some of the dark colors. Now this, I'm going to start it near the top here, lining this one up here. But I wanted it to go down a lot more than that. I don't know if you can see the red or not, but I wanted to go and fill the tree up a little more. So I'm going to ink this up. And then this one here, I'm going to go to the second strand right here, probably about where this bigger one is at. Line the edge of this up there. So it's kind of making another strand. There we go. And now I've got it going all the way down the tree. So I've got a few more garland things in there. You can actually see it a little better in person. But I just wanted a faint look of the cherry cobbler in there. So I'll put this to the side. Let's go ahead. Oh, let's go ahead and stamp. I've got the stamps out. The inside of the card. This is a 4x5 1/4 inch piece of basic white. So I'm going to always that pretty tree, Karen. I like that tree a lot. Let's see. And I always forget to say this. In case I miss your comment, especially on Facebook, it's real easy. I will come back and reply to your comment after the video's over. Now on YouTube, the chat that you're commenting on right now, I'm not allowed to comment on that after the video's over. So if you have a question and I missed it during the live, then I will answer your comment in the regular comment section of the video, of the recorded video. So hopefully YouTube will change that someday. Make it a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to bring in, let's see here. Oh, we're going to do the evening evergreen again. I had to remember how I did this. And I saw somebody, I can't take credit. I wish I'd written her name down. It's another demonstrator. I saw her do this on the inside of a card, and I thought it was so neat. She only used the smaller one that we filled in the big one with. And she did this, like that. And then put a couple, I'm going to put one a little bit lower than that one here. And then we'll do another one a little bit lower there, and I'm letting it intersect just a little bit. And then just gives you kind of a faint look of trees. Then I'm going to grab my crushed curry. I use this one a lot for stars, this color. Take the star stamp, and I'll just stamp it on the top of all of these trees here. Oop, I didn't get that star very good. Oh, I didn't do that one very good either. It's a nice thing with photopolymer. Sometimes you can go back. Oh, there we go. Got it fixed. So now we've got our stars on there. And then I'm going to stamp, I think that's all the crushed curry I'm going to use. And I'm going to take my Sending Christmas Cheer with my cherry cobbler ink pad and stamp it up top center. That way we've got enough room that you can write your name or your family's names on the card when you give it to somebody. So that is all the stamping for this card. I'm going to put these over to the side. I'm going to get the die cutting machine out. Moving my microphone so you can hear me better. So whenever you die cut, it's the base platform, the die plate, and a standard cutting plate. Let's go ahead and grab the tree. I'm going to grab a scrap piece of, this is the gold and rose gold specialty paper, metallic specialty paper. I've used the gold one. I just grabbed a scrap. So I want to put, oh, where'd that star go? There we go. He's hiding on me. Put the star there. And then I'm going to put, let me get this over a little bit. There we go. This one is going to go right here. And you just center the image right inside that hole. You have to actually fills up that whole entire hole in the die, or window in the die, I guess I should say. And I'm going to use some Post-it tape. You can use washi tape, but Post-it tape's a lot better. You can lift it up without hurting your paper, but it keeps the die from moving on you. And we've got one more thing. Let's see if we can get all this to fit in. This is a piece of cherry cobbler. This is a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Well, I think I'm going to. Actually, I would rather do it this way. Oh, good. So I'm going to put that frame right in here. You know what? We're going to do it this way. You'd think I would have figured this out before the live, but I didn't. Because when I made the card, I did everything separate because I was still coming up with it. There we go. I knew I could get them all on there. And the reason I made this so narrow, I did a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. That way I can cut these up. Let's see, I would get exactly 8 pieces out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock and not have any left over. So that's why I'm making it does fit, but you just have to be real careful. My microphone's getting in the way. There we go. And I love this frame. This is how it cuts out. I almost did it ahead of time, but I want you to see how it cut out. I love the embossing it has, and then you can always use this on something else. But that gives you a nice frame to use. And then, so you can see how good this cuts out the tree. Get the tape off of here. There we go. So there's our tree, all ready to go. And here is our star. Get hold of that. There we go. There's a really neat texture. Oh yeah, you can't see that in this paper. I love this paper. Oh, I've got another Margaret. Hi, Margaret Burkett. Glad you're here from Bloomington, Illinois. Oh, you're not that far from me. There we go. I'm in Indiana. My husband has to go to Bloomington, Illinois a lot for work. Okay. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the inside, Karen. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm done. Oh, let me think here. Oh, no, I'm not done. We're going to do some embossing. And I'm going to use the Wintry embossing folders from the annual catalog. There's ones that fit in our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but they also work with the big one, of course. And I decided to use, I went back and forth because either one of these would have worked, but I decided to use the Snowflake one. And they are 3D, so they're thicker than our normal embossing folders. So to do that, all you need is the base platform. I'm going to grab a piece of basic white that is 2.5 by 3 1/8, because that's what makes it fit in that frame. It makes it just a little bit bigger than the opening, not much. So I'm going to find a place where I like this. Oh, hi, Paula. Glad you're back. Oh, yeah, isn't that gold paper pretty, Karen? I love that paper. I use it a lot. I've gone through quite a few pads of that. And the rose gold is really pretty, too. So I've got this where I want it. I think those snowflakes look pretty good with that paper. So you always put it in fold first. And then you grab your specialty plate that also comes with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You get all the plates you need to do all the embossing and die cutting. And we are going to have some really neat snowflakes, because I thought we needed some snowflakes behind that tree. Okay, now I can get this out of the way. Almost got ahead of myself. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get it organized because I'm going to have to use it again. Okay, done with the embossing folder though. Now let's go ahead and put the card together. So we've got the Cherry Cobbler card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Grab my bone folder. Now this card really does go together quick. It's probably taking a little longer this time because I'm having to rearrange some things and take breaks. But I think this one could be mass produced pretty easy. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to grab a piece of, I love this paper, the Bows of Holly DSP. This is in the July to December mini catalog. Oh, hi, Jane. Glad you're here. And I'm going to put this right across the middle. Oh, we do have a little more stamping to do. I forgot one little thing. No biggie, we can fix that. So I'll put this on. It's actually probably better to do it later anyway, so I think we're going to be good. Put this right here in the center, like so. Making sure the edges aren't showing on the other side, and they're not, so I don't have to cut anything off. And we'll go ahead and put this on the card base because I'm not using any ribbon. And just put this right here on the card base. There we go. And let's grab the snowflake. And I'm going to have it come up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab the frame too, so I can kind of make sure I don't have it too high. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's a little green showing up there. So it's going to be about right there. So let's put some adhesive on here. It's a lot easier to put this down first before you put the frame down. So I think I'll lay this down again. So it's a little above center because I want to be able to put my happy holidays at the bottom. And then this, I've just laid it down. I haven't pushed it down yet. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of room. So I'll go ahead and push this down. And then I decided I was just going to put some glue on these top scallops right here. I'm not going to worry about any of that here. If you're worried about it coming up, you can go ahead and take some multi-purpose glue and put it along there. But I'm always worried it's going to seep out. So I'm just going to put it on each of these little scallops. Oops, I didn't cut that very well. To do that little check mark. Here, I'm going to stand up so I can make sure I've got this. Oops. Be careful with your fingers getting in the adhesive. I'm going to lay it down easy before I could actually line it up if I keep moving the sides that don't have any glue on them. There we go. That's much easier. Then push those down. So we've got our neat frame with our snowflakes. Now we'll grab the tree and our star, and I'm going to grab a glue dot. Oops, throwing things everywhere. And I thought it was a little easier to put my glue dot on the very top of the tree. You can do it on the star, it doesn't matter, but I thought it was a little easier to put on the top of the tree. Then I can put the star and just cover up that glue dot completely. And that'll hold it on really well. So now we've got a pretty star. Got to put dimensionals on this. Always do, well, I shouldn't say always. I usually do one layer with, dimensionals. So I think just doing one in each corner, which there are only 3 corners to a tree. Grab my take your pick tool. I don't think I got that one up. There we go. We will turn this over and just put it right here in the middle, like so. And those of you that are my local gals that are watching and want to come to my Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack next week, this is going to be one of the cards you're going to make. And then we've got the Happy Holidays. This is the Evening Evergreen. I went back and forth on whether to do Evening Evergreen or Cherry Cobbler. And I opted, since we had so much Cherry Cobbler on here, I thought, oh, let's do some green. So we'll stamp that down. Probably would have been better if I put my Stampin' Pierce mat in, but we're good. That was 2 layers of cardstock, so that gave me a little bit of cushioning on there. So now we've got the outside all done. And if you wanted to, you could put some bling on here. It's not needed, but you definitely could. I was thinking maybe I didn't. I almost put some bling on here, so you could definitely put some on there. But since we're mass producing these for my class, I thought, I may not have enough embellishments. Let's go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. And we will be done with a quick and easy card. There we go. So if you were to mass produce this, I would cut all your pieces out. Oh, hi, Jane. It'll be next. I think I sent an email last week, I think it was. I'll send another one here real soon. It's going to be next Thursday, which is the 20. Let me look at that. Oh, come on, calendar, pop up. The 22nd. And the afternoon's at 1 p.m. and the evening one is 6:30 p.m. So this will be that first card, or one of the cards. So, and don't forget, those of you that are commenting, you'll get put in the drawing to get this card plus the card I'm going to make here in just a minute. And this one is going to be a fun fold card. Oh, I was right in the middle. I forgot. When you mass produce cards, the easiest way to do it is to do each step a whole bunch of times and then put the card together. Oh, it looks like I've got some more. There we go. Oh, hi, Judy. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the red on the tree. It's really, really faint, but I think it really makes it pop. I like that a lot. I would stamp all your trees, then stamp the dark green in the trees, all of them, then stamp the red, stamp all of them. Just keep, because you get faster if you stay with the same step and do it over and over and over again. So, well, Jane, hopefully you'll get the next email, Jane. I just saw you said you didn't receive it. So I sent that last week. So I'll make it. Should have happened. You might want to check your spam folder because sometimes they get put in spam. If it's a Gmail account, sometimes it's in the promo or they've always got those 2 other folders, social and promo. Sometimes they put it in the wrong folder. So that is the first card. Now we're going to do my overlay card. I have done one of these before. Oh, I meant to put a link to that. This was a while back. I didn't realize how long it had been. It was probably, I think it was like 2019 or 2020. It's been a long time ago since I made an overlay card. So, but it's pretty fast too, and I like doing it a lot. Let's see, what do I want to do first? Let's get the stamping done first. I'm going to grab a piece of basic white again. Oh yeah, and we're going to use this beautiful metallic mesh ribbon. This is in the annual catalog. I'm going to put it over the white. Maybe you can see it a little better. But it is so pretty. We've had this for a few years, a couple of years at least. I really like it a lot. Okay, we'll grab this. We are going to stamp, or I'm going to stamp. I keep saying we're because I think I'm doing my recorded lives, or recorded videos. I'm going to do that tree again with my soft succulent. Oh, good, Carrie. I'm glad you want to case it. I always love to hear when somebody likes my card enough they want to case it. Oh, thanks, Kathleen. Glad you like it. Okay, now with this, oops, I must have had ink on my fingers. Okay, we're going to turn this over, act like that didn't happen. But this is a 3.5 by 3.5 inch piece. I'm going to put the tree over here because I'm going to stamp the greeting on here too. So hold that down for a few seconds. We are going to do the the evening evergreen again. So I'm stamping the tree just like I did the first one, but I'm not going to put any red ornaments on it this time because this is going to be more of a scenic type card. Get this in the right spot. That looks pretty good. It's always hard for me because I'm at an angle. You don't want to see the back of my head. There we go. So we've got that on there. Then I'm going to take the Peace and Joy and stamp it with soft succulent. And I'm going to do it over here because it's a long label. There we go, because I've got a label to die cut that out with. And we will grab, no, that I don't want to do yet. Let me think here. Well, we might as well. I'm going to grab a piece of basic white again. This is a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. And I'm going to use that same DSP that I used on the first card. This is that Bows of Holly. And these are the ones I'm going to use. They're both the same size. They're 1 inch by 1 inch by 4 inch. So we will go ahead and grab my seal. And I'm going to put these on each end of the paper. And I'm going to want to make sure that the trees are going the same direction. Right now, the first one doesn't matter because all we have to do is turn it over. I'll put that on. Where'd my other one go? There we go. I want to make sure I'm staying in the camera so you guys can see. It's real easy to get to working and then not realize you're out of the screen. So that my trees are going the same direction as this, so I know I'm good. So I'll put this right there. Okay. Now that I have that done, I know where I want to stamp my inside, and I'm using the May Your Season Be Merry and Bright. And I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen. I'm going to stamp it here near the top center. Okay, now go ahead and put this to the side. Now we've got all the stamping done. We've just got a little bit of die cutting to do. Get all my ink pads closed so they don't dry up on me. Get this back in the screen. All set up for die cuttings again. And then I will bring this in. We will get the tree, or I will get the tree. The we works when you're stamping along with me, but it sounds really strange when nobody's stamping with me. I don't know why I keep saying that. Okay, so we'll put this here. Here is my label. Get that centered and straight. Okay, that looks pretty good. And whenever I put tape on here, I always make sure to push the tape inside the die because the die will move if you don't do that. Then we'll get the standard cutting plate on top. Run these through. Oh, there is one more thing. I wish I could have done it all at the same time. I forgot. Well, we'll just go through the die cutting sheet one more time. let me get the tape off of here. So we've got our tree again. And label. I think this is a neat label. I love the stitching that goes along the top. And the thing I forgot to do, I'll grab a piece of Evening Evergreen. I needed 2 of these. I went ahead and die cut one already, so I wouldn't have to run it through twice, but I still have to run it through twice because I forgot. So I'll put this is the one that looks like this. And this is a neat die cut too. I like it a lot. So we'll run this through, and I'm going to run it through twice just to make sure it cuts really once is probably enough. But what it does, it puts little cuts in here. What I do, I kind of bend it over. See how they're kind of popping up a little bit? Hopefully you can see that. It kind of gives some dimension to them. You can take your pick tool and kind of pop them up a little bit. But that kind of makes them go a little bit faster. So I've got 2 of those for the card. And I do believe, yes, that is all the die cutting. And now I'll show you how to make this overlay card. And to be honest, this doesn't take too terribly long either. So if you want to impress your friends, you can definitely do this. Oh, hi, Mary Alice. Oh, Mary Alice, you won the cards from the 2 weeks ago. So I think you've already won before, so I think I already have your address. If I'm wrong, you might want to message me on Facebook and give me your mailing address, but I'm pretty sure I've got it. Let's see here. Let me grab my cutter here. I want to make sure I have. Oh, Margaret Burkett. Oh, you used to live in Westfield, Indiana? Okay, yeah, I know where that's at. Had to make sure I said your last name because Margaret Bruner, the other lady in here, used to live in Indiana too. She'd get mixed up thinking I was talking to her. Okay, now with the trimmer, we've got a scoring blade and the dark one is the cutting blade. So I want to make sure I get that dark blade out of the way because I know me, I'm going to cut when I don't want to. Oh, I forgot to die cut a star. Okay, we'll bring the die cutter here in a minute. This piece, the card base, is a 5.5 by 5.25 inch piece, and this is soft succulent. Oh, good, Karen. I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, you want the bundle? Good. That makes me feel good. It means I'm doing my job. Now, with this being 5.5 and 5.25, sometimes it's hard to tell which side is what. So I want the 5.25 inch side to be along the top. So I always line it up here with the cutting thing to make sure I measure it. And I am at 5.25, so I definitely have the right side up. So we are going to score at 1 inch. So I'm going to line this side up with the 1 inch mark over here. I think it's easier. With me being right-handed, I can hold on to it here and use my right hand. So it's lined up at the 1 inch mark. And that is all the scoring you're going to do for this puppy. That's it. So we'll get this out of the way. And let's go ahead and fold it down just so it's ready to go. Find my bone folder here. And while we're at it, I've got another piece of that Bose of Holly DSP. This is a 5.25 by 3/4 inch. And I decided you could use this side, but I always wanted to keep it more muted. I'm using just soft succulent evening evergreen for this card. So I decided to use this side. I'm going to grab my seal again. Oh, there it is. Put some on each end and then put a little bit there in the middle. Actually, I'm going to flatten this out. I want to make sure I do it on the part that shows when it folds down. It's a little easier to put on, though, if you flatten it back out again. I'll get it right there in the center. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we've got that ready to go. And let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's go ahead and grab this. And now you're going to know, I love how the inside looks with this, but this also is going to make it so you can see these on the outside when it's closed too. So we'll put this on the inside of the card, like so. Okay. And we're going to grab, or I'm going to grab a piece of soft succulent, 4 inch by 4 inch. Oh, hi, Anne. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Okay, this is a 4 by 4. And what am I thinking here? Oh, yeah. I just had to use This is a Snowflake Specialty Vellum. This is in the into the July to December mini catalog, the holiday one. This is one of the designs. There's one with snowflakes and I think maybe snowflake poinsettia type looking ones. And there's another one just like this one. The other one is iridescent foil, and the other, so you get one of the design. Each design has two finishes. One's iridescent, one is this flocking. So I use the flocking one here because I wanted to have some snow behind my trees. Now, this is a 3 3/4 by 3, but I'm not going to be centering it. I want it all the way down here at the bottom. So I want the border of the soft succulent around it on the sides and the bottom to be about the same. Now, the vellum, you have to do some maneuvering because you don't want to see the adhesive on there, okay? So how did I do this? Did I use glue dot? Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm going to take a glue dot. Find one that's close to the top, but one of the big flocks. These are kind of small, so I'm going to get one of the big ones. And put a glue dot right behind one of those. And this is going to be my top. So here's another big one right here where my thumb's at. So I will put a glue dot right behind that. And down here at the bottom, we're going to cover this whole bottom up. So I'm actually going to put, doesn't matter if I'm behind a snowflake now because it's going to be covered up by the trees. So I'm going to put 3 right along the bottom. That way the bottom is held really, really well. Oops. Well, I actually have 4 because one got stuck where I didn't want it, but that's no big deal. It's still going to be covered up. So if you do 3 or 4 along the bottom and then 2 in the corners and behind big snowflakes, you'll be good. And then we'll just center this from the sides and get the bottom to be about the same width, okay? Because this part here is going to go under here. So I'm going to take my seal and I'm going to put some right across here. And I think I'm going to put another strip right next to it. So I've still got this big gap here because I don't want to have any glue showing. So I've got 2 strips up there. You put this down, you get right in the center between the DSP, but line the bottom edge of the soft succulent cardstock with the bottom edge of the card base. We can stand up here, make sure I've got this good. Looks pretty good. And then once you've got it where you want it, well, I think I'm going to move it to the right just a little bit. Okay, now once you've got it where you want it, you just bring this down and it sticks, and now you've got your overlay card done. So now we just need, isn't that neat? So that's pretty, makes it a little special card, but it's really easy to make. I like this fold a lot. So I'm going to take the 2 short ones and I'll put some adhesive just in a couple little places here, maybe one here at the bottom and a little one at the top, and try to get the rest of them to poke up a little bit. Once you put that adhesive on, where the adhesive's at, they don't pop up that much. And I'm okay with them not popping up a lot. It just gives a little bit of dimension to it. And I'm going to line the bottom here with the bottom of the vellum, but kind of have it go over just a little bit of my flap. Not going over too much. I just like that look. You could have them go even farther if you wanted to. Just play around with it until it looks good to you. But you want to make sure that adhesive's here and not on the edge, because you don't want that coming together. Oh, somehow I got some adhesive there. There we go. I don't know where that came from. Okay, there we go. Now we'll put this one on the other side. So I'll just put another little strip here. One right there. Kind of get those to pop up just a little bit. Like I said, if you want them to pop up a lot, take your pick tool and use this paper piercer part. Yeah, I think it's easy to mass produce too, Karen. I think this could definitely be one that you could mass produce for Christmas. Or birthdays or Easter if you do Easter cards. Change it up, of course, different stamps. So we've got one on each side. We're going, oh, that's right. I forgot to die cut one more thing. Let's bring this back in because we need a star on that center tree. So I'm using a piece of glimmer. I should have brought the glimmer paper over here with me. This is in the July to December mini catalog. This is the Evening Evergreen color. It also, in the same pack, has gold and, like a vanilla-ish white. It's got in between vanilla and white. It's like iridescent glimmer paper. So you get the gold, the iridescent, and then this evening evergreen. And I love this evening evergreen. So I'm going to grab that. Hopefully I can find it. My star die. I think I put it back in here. If I didn't, I can get my... Oh, I don't think I did. What on earth did I do with it? I'm sure I'll find it. Thankfully, well, it's here somewhere. Stampin' Up. I'm going to grab the whole die set. Because they knew we might want more than one star. I'm going to grab another one because the stars are exactly the same. So if you wanted to put stars all over your tree, you could do, I think it's five stars that you can do all at once. So I've got my scrap piece of that glimmer paper. And we're going to have a green. Like I said, I wanted to keep everything in with a soft succulent and the evening evergreen. That one I did twice. I probably didn't have to, but the glimmer paper just a little bit thick. Well, with that glimmer, sometimes it's a little harder for the die to die cut. So I always go through twice just to be on the safe side. But now we've got a pretty evening green star. Oh. I found my die. Yay. I always don't want to lose a die. So I will do the same thing like I did with the other one if I find my glue dots. Oh my goodness, I'm losing everything. They were right here. Oh, there they are. I threw them in the dish with my dies. Okay, so I'm going to put the top of the tree right there on the glue dot. Put it right back there so I'll find it again. Put my star right there over the glue dot. Make sure I cover up that glue dot completely. Okay, and we've got to pop this tree up. I want this one to be more special. These are kind of trees in the background is what I was going for. And then we'll put 3 on here. And take the backing off. I'm going to put this right here in the center between these trees. Lay it down. I think yeah, that looks good. So push it down all the way. I always just lay things nice and easy just in case. Oh, I'm missing some comments. Hold on a second. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it, Judy. Then we've got this. I might have commented on that earlier. It made it look like I've missed some comments. So we have got the front almost done, but this star, I thought it needs a little something more. So I am grabbing the Festive Pearls dies. I'm going to use the soft succulent color and just put that right in the middle of my star. So I like that. Doesn't that snow look really neat in the background with that? I really liked how that turned out. I was happy with that. Now we're going to take that beautiful mesh ribbon I was telling you about, and we're going to put it around here. What I'm going to do, because it is pretty thick, it's thicker than my 1-inch strip up here. So I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. Put it under here. Oh, we still have to put the greeting on too. I almost forgot that. And I'm going to tie this into a double knot. Like so. Got to concentrate here. There we go. And I'm going to scoot it over. I want it more on the left side. So I'm going to take both of these and just kind of scoot it a little bit until I get it right where I want it. That looks pretty good. Kind of twist it this way because I want it to be a little flatter. And then I can spread these out. Because remember, I folded that in half. So I'm going to spread these out just a little bit so the ends are a little fat again. But I wanted them to stay narrow so they would stay on that strip. And I'll grab my scissors and turn these in just a little bit. It doesn't matter if they're uneven, because with the mesh, it's hard to tell if you've got it cut at an angle or not. But I do kind of want them to be about the same length. There we go. And now we need to put our greeting on. And I decided I wanted this to be popped up like my tree too. And it's going to be hanging over. So I don't want to have a dimensional over here. So I'm going to put one right here towards the left of middle. So I know my piece is on this side. So I'll put one just over a little bit, like so. and this one on this end. Take that backing off and put that right there, right above my green tree. And making sure I don't see a dimensional, and I don't, before I push down all the way. So that's good. Push that down. You don't want it to extend past the bottom of the card base, though. Oh, I thought I put more pearls on here. I just looked at my sample. I'm going to get some more soft succulent pearls. I'm going to put one on each end of the greeting. And then we will be done with this card. I don't know about you. That one almost seemed like it went quicker than the first one. So I hope you enjoyed today's cards. Let me bring the first card back in. Oh, hi, Liz. Oh, that's okay. You can watch the recording when it's all over with. But now that you've commented during the live, you'll get put in the drawing for the embellishments I showed here at the beginning. I'll bring those back out again in a minute. So everyone that is commenting during the live, and if you're watching the recording by, let's see here, September 27th, because I'm not going to be able to do a live next week since I've got my Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. So the 27th is the next live. So if you do it by comment by 11 a.m. Eastern time on the 27th of September, you'll get put in the drawing to get these cards. And then I'll announce the winner in the live that's on the 27th. Oh, good, Mary Alice. I'm glad you liked them. And Carrie and Judy, thanks, guys. And Anne, I'm glad you love them. Oh, and Anita, thank you. And those of you that have commented here during the live, you are going to get put in the drawing, if I can figure out. Oh, there they are. For these, let's see if I hear from a winner this time, and I will announce the winner by doing a post as soon about 45 minutes. I've got to put everybody's names that have commented today into that wheel, and then I will announce the winner in a post in about 45 minutes on my Facebook page. And if you're watching on YouTube, go directly to my YouTube channel, and at the top you'll see a thing that says community. Click on that, and then you'll find the post there with the winner. So that'll be in about 45 minutes. So thanks, guys. I'm so glad you're here. I love the turnout I've been having here lately. It's so much fun getting all these comments and interacting with you guys. It makes the life so much more fun. So I hope to see you in 2 weeks, and I am still doing videos in between. I just won't be able to do a live on that next Tuesday. But this Friday and the Friday after that, I will have a 12 weeks of fall and Halloween. So I have week 4. I'm already done 3 weeks already. Week 4 and week 5, which will be Halloween projects. So you can see that. I always get them up sometime Friday. It's usually in the afternoon or in the evening. And I will have a post link for this, for the cards I made today. I wasn't able, because of all things I had to get ready that I usually don't have to get ready for live, since I had the sale to get stuff together. I haven't written my post yet for this. So I will have that hopefully up by the end of the day, but it'll definitely be up tomorrow. So make sure you come back and you look in the video description to get the link. So that way you can see all of the dimensions, because you didn't have to write everything down. I'll have all the dimensions there for you if you want to recreate these cards yourselves. So I'm going to get my chat, make sure I'm seeing my YouTube ladies again. Oh, thanks, Margaret Bruner. Glad you liked it. And Anne. Oh, good. I'm glad. Anne, I'm glad you came late, but I'm glad you made it. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And of course, and then hopefully you can watch my other videos. They'll be popping up too, because hopefully I have some Christmas cards and regular videos too. So have a great day, guys. If you missed all the information I gave you on the sales, the 24-hour stamp sale that's going on Thursday, you get 15% off. Almost every single stamp set is included in the list. And there's a link below in the video description that'll give you the list of all the stamp sets that'll be on sale on Thursday. So that's the 24-hour sale. Make sure you don't miss that. Okay, I'm looking at my screen to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think we're good. So I will see you next week. Bye, guys. Or 2 weeks. Bye.